All right, guys. Happy Sunday. The what? What's today's day?
Today is Sunday. Yeah, I'm like way behind too. Sunday, August 22nd. So that means last week was the 15th.
August 22nd. Welcome to the 10th
We're almost in
podcast.
We're almost in September. 10 weeks.
10 weeks. We have a fun one for you today. Yo, what up, Supreme? I gotta get something, man, that puts this here so we can read chat. We gotta get something like that, man, because I was watching back some of the podcasts, and half the time we're like, there's nobody on the screen.
I mean, it's
we gotta find. I know, but we gotta find a way to read chat. While staying upright. I think it's gonna make it nicer,
more presentable.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I hope everyone's doing great.
Everyone's seen this water bottle. You know, I just figured I'd just show it real quick. You guys will be seeing it more often. My coldest water bottle.
Yeah, I got this water bottle right here. Cool. This is nice plastic.
Nice regular.
A nice,
you can't show the brand, dude.
That's how it's closed. I got my hands on it.
Yeah, don't show the brand.
I can't show the purified water Publix brand.
Whoa! We have to.
Yeah, sponsored by Publix.
You're gonna have to censor that later.
Yeah, I'm gonna censor that right now.
You have to be like, sponsored by. It sounds like you're cursing.
Fantastic, nice, crisp shit water.
On a totally unrelated note that I'm thinking about that. Whatever happened to you? Remember when we were kids, like when TV was actually a thing. I feel like TV's not a thing anymore, right? You remember how things like always used to be censored?
Not always, but I know what you're saying.
Like yeah, they would curse and it'd be like we don't have that anymore. The internet's more the internet's more raw now. It's not filtered as much. The internet and TV, I should say.
Actually, need to
or what's left of TV.
A little bit that way. Okay, right. And well, yes, but what I remember mostly is they used to censor the word "hole" and "asshole."
Oh yeah, they did. Right.
Never censored the word "ass."
And then eventually they would censor the whole thing later on. But I remember he said, "You ass beep."
Yeah, it's like, but he said ass.
Like, yeah.
What do you think? Ass cock?
Yeah.
You ass cock.
You're right.
All right, Chad. We got leave that to YouTube. We will. We're gonna get endorsed by YouTube. Yeah, yo, if we get endorsed by YouTube, we gotta move the stream to YouTube. If YouTube's like, yo.
So where we move? Oh, I get what you mean.
So, yeah. Because they have the streaming service too.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
All right, guys. So here's our we have 4 topics. We may not get to them all. We'll see what it is. We like to stick to about 3 because we go off on our own tangents.
Yeah.
Past consequences. How far should they go? And what I mean by that is like everyone was stupid when they were younger, and I'm very happy I was not young now.
Oh yeah.
I was not young now. I am not young now because every stupid thing I did or said would have been on the internet.
Yeah, internet's forever.
What do you use to unwind if you have a bad day while gaming, whether it's in the ranked game, in a gacha game?
Oh, it's a good one.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you unwind from
the stress?
From you're raging. If you lose 8 games in a row, you're gonna rage. Yeah. So how do you reduce that stress? Don't be dirty. Don't be a dirty bitch. I wrote down.
Can you elaborate on that?
No. And 2022 travel destination.
Yeah. 2021 is looking tougher to travel as of right now, so we can talk about where we want to go next year.
Yes.
Potential landing spots for us next.
So let's start with past consequences. So what I mean by that is like I obviously don't think there's a statute of limitation on certain things. Like if somebody catches you being overly racist or doing like constant, you get caught that you were a pedophile or you were a racist. That doesn't count. That is permanent. But this is more like kind of what happened to Kevin Hart. Do you remember what happened to Kevin Hart?
I mean, I feel like 6 things happened to Kevin Hart.
No, but Kevin Hart's never really had a big controversy except for one specific big controversy. So what happened to him was it was his dream to host, I believe it was the Oscars.
Oh, it was one of those big television shows, and he said something insensitive.
But he said something insensitive in 2011. He tweeted some not really anti-gay jokes, just jokes on the gay community.
It was something about his son. He don't want him playing with the dollhouse because he's gonna take the dollhouse and like bust him over the head with it.
But if you go and watch his old stand up, those jokes are there. And he was like, I'm not apologizing for those. And the reason why he wasn't apologizing was because he's like, go watch my stand up now. Do I do those jokes? Is any part of my act that? And if you watch all the stand ups, whenever I don't have time to watch all stand ups, but if you watch them back to back or slowly, you see a growth. You see that like he stops making those jokes with the times. So
hold on, let me chime in. I think he ended up apologizing.
He did after he was losing sponsors for it.
Okay.
Which I still think is stupid. Did he make an insensitive joke?
Yes.
Yes. But if you go back to 2011, I can show you Tina Fey in a movie calling somebody a fat F word. In a comedy movie. Right? Nobody's canceling Tina Fey. I'm not saying we need to cancel Tina Fey. I love Tina Fey. I'm saying that this is not something. If she kept saying stuff like that, if every single act was him making gay jokes and jokes about how he's gonna beat the shit out of his son if he's gay, right, then yes, absolutely, 100% go after it. But if you see the growth in the person, why are you finding something from 8 years ago just to make? You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when is it acceptable? That's what I mean by past consequences. When is it acceptable to look at something and look at the person that they are now and go, you know what, this is not this person anymore?
I think the only way we can do that, right? Let's be honest, right? So with the exception of certain moral, like you were saying earlier, with certain moral crimes and ethical, crimes, we'll say, right? Mm-hmm. Breaking the law, we'll say breaking the law as well.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, 100%. And if we were to put a time frame on it, right? Because I want to chime in now. I feel like the time frame would have to be within a 1 year span. You have to see a continuous growth of 1 year because anyone could just change for a week, right? I could change for a week,
exactly.
Right? So I think 1 year would be a nice time span to see growth. They won't change entirely, but you'll see like, hey, he's not making those jokes anymore. That's a good start, right? The second thing is we have to see these people be accountable, right? Being held accountable, where what I mean by being held accountable is, hey, I made these jokes, right? I'm gonna go to this seminar, with these we'll say with these high-ranking people in this community, and they educated me, right? That's the problem with today, right? We're not getting educated. We're just going on these witch hunts.
Yeah.
We're just going on these witch hunts, and then it's so easy to mob, right? Like, I'm gonna be honest, right? I try to get out of this that mentality, the mob mentality, but it's kind of fun sometimes, right? Like imagine you're sitting in your boring life, and sometimes my life gets hella boring, right? And all of a sudden you see someone you don't like, on the internet, not someone that you know, but just someone you're like, hey, that guy came out with a song I didn't like,
shitty song, and they're doing something shitty, so you jump on the
right. And let's say you don't even know anything about this persona or this celebrity or internet figure, whatever. You're just like, he came out with that song, I didn't like it. And now everyone is like saying he did this wrong. I'm gonna jump in, and I think that's part of the problem too. Yes. It's like people are bored and they're just jumping in for the sake of jumping in without being like, "Hey, this is a problem," and they're creating problems that's not really
the
huge
problem
problems.
with that. The problem with this is not everybody needs to go to a fucking class, right? If you see their growth, like this is what happened to James Gunn. James Gunn directed 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Nobody thought they were gonna do good. The first Guardians of the Galaxy is like top 3 best Marvel movies. The first one. The second one's good, but it's not as amazing and like just fun to watch as the first one. Then he gets fired because of edgy jokes throughout his huge edgy career. Before he signed down with Disney, he gets fired. I'm offended right now.
Oh, listen.
Okay, I'm sorry then. So what's up, Pro? I saw a bunch of people here. Okay, sorry guys, I wanted to say hi to you guys. And hi, Supreme.
Yeah, why'd you break your topic?
So anyway, then he gets fired. DC hires him. He makes a public apology. He clearly doesn't make those jokes anymore. Clearly, we all saw Guardians of the Galaxy. He is not making rape jokes. He's not making any bad jokes, anti-Semitic. Those days are gone, right? If I sat here and showed you old Peter Jackson movies, you're gonna go cancel him because he was making gay jokes in his old B movies where people killed zombies? right? You're not gonna cancel Peter fucking Jackson, whether you're a Lord of the Rings fan or not. So why we attacking James? Why are we attacking him? And it's like he grew. DC hired him, and then Disney went, "Oh shit, we fucked up," and then they hired him back for more money. So it turned out well for him in the long run. But the point is, we have to relax, and not just on celebrities, on everybody. If you dug up shit from my past, you could probably find some. I grew up in the '90s. Can you imagine the stupid shit I said?
Can I imagine the stupid shit you say now?
Yeah, but compare it to me filtered. I mean,
it's also
from the '90s.
It's also a different time period, right? Things were more quote unquote acceptable, right? Don't mean it was right. Just it was acceptable, right?
You know, in the 1950s, if a woman didn't cook my dinner right, I could beat her with a shovel. Doesn't mean it was acceptable, but people did it.
I feel like that's a little excessive.
But the point is that imagine if you saw that on the news, you'd be devastated. That's a completely different thing. The point is, don't beat women with a shovel.
We have to say that, right?
Yeah, I feel like we have to say that because there's stupid people on the internet. Do not beat anybody with a shovel. Women, man, however they identify, do not beat with a shovel.
Right.
My point is, there was stuff that was acceptable back then. Are they still doing the acceptable thing back then? No, they're not. Why are we punishing?
So let's go back to the root cause of what we were talking about, right? So 1 year time frame, right? So within that 1 year time frame, you have to see growth, and I feel like part of this lies within the mob mentality as well. If you're gonna be a mob mentality and say, "Hey, I dug this up from 10 years ago from this individual," you better dig up the good things they're doing too.
Exactly.
Like I would not mind the mob mentality if it wasn't so shifted at attacking.
I think what happens is the cancel culture is doing exactly what you're saying. They're jumping on the mob mentality, and they've gotten all the shit people, and now they're just like, there's nobody to swing at.
No, there's always people to swing at.
There is, but a lot of them are hidden. They've gotten all the people that were in the limelight, right? And now, yes, of course, there's going to be always somebody to bring down. But while they're not in the limelight, they're not getting caught. They're being more careful. Cancel culture is going after. Oh, he said gay in 2010 to a gay person. All right, take away all his movies, all his deals, take away his Nikes.
Take his children. Take her children.
Take his children.
Lock them up.
Like the insanity there. I'm for cancel culture in the Me Too movement, but like you guys, you gotta reel it. You gotta okay, it's okay.
Like I said,
you gotta go watch Adam. You gotta cancel Adam Sandler. You know how many gay jokes Adam Sandler did?
I don't think he said a lot of them, to be honest, but he does say weird things.
No, if you go back and watch old Saturday Night Live shit, that is not acceptable.
I don't think he's ever said anything like that I've seen, but he does say weird things in some of his movies, and you kind of raise your eyebrow, but you're like, it's Adam Sandler, right? All right, let me see what the people are saying. Shout out Supreme, been following for a while. 2 months ago into my following, and I said some truth read me for it, and honestly,
show both sides. Well, one person past 3 years of a stretch. They even go back to the past when they're teens. Yeah, like if you went back to my teens, I was a piece of shit. I was a little fucking skating pothead piece of shit. Like if you went back to my teens, I'd be canceled immediately. Like good. That's what I said. Good thing everything is not on the internet. But you gotta. I don't understand.
I wanna highlight something Supreme said. So he said a few months ago. Not a few months ago. He said a few months into following Truth, I said some low key racist stuff while playing some games, and Truth read me for it. And honestly, I didn't believe. And honestly, if he didn't call me out on it, I wouldn't have noticed it, and I would have just kept saying the stuff he's saying. And that's part of the reason too, right? You have to hold each other accountable because there's certain things that are in great taste. There's some things that are in borderline taste, and there's some things that are just unacceptable, right? And you just have to call out your peer group and your friends and people around you, family, on the unacceptable stuff. And this is a perfect tangent we can go off on. So with that being said, it's funny because people will always get into arguments on the internet, especially let's say family. We'll say Facebook, right? Facebook family arguments. Thankfully, I don't have those, right? But I know a lot of people that have they'll be like for example, right? My friend was talking to me the other day, and he said, "Yeah, I got into this huge argument with my aunt over vaccination stuff, right?"
Okay.
And it went at them starting with like a really scientific discussion to her attacking him, and he was just like he was just like caught off guard. He was like, bro, I was just trying to talk to my family, and now I'm being persecuted, right? And with that persecution, like, you know, mindset, we gotta kind of get out of that. And like I said, it has to be more of a, you know, 50-50 approach. You can't be 100% attacking people on one side of the scale and then the other side of the scale as well. You can't be like pro something or con something. You have to meet that middle, and that's where you see that growth.
Yeah.
Meeting that middle, because if I hear the bad things you're saying and I hear the good things that other people are saying, I can say, hey, within reason, I can, you know, make a change, right? And then there's just some people that aren't gonna make a change, but that's another conversation for another night. But you know, we gotta definitely hold each other accountable.
What up, Marco?
So hold each other accountable.
Well, the issue is that when people lose arguments, they don't want to lose the argument, so they attack. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, this is scientifically proven. Yeah, well, you have a big forehead. I'm gonna listen to somebody with a big fucking forehead? No, why don't you get a billboard on it? I
feel like I understand the intention of what you just said, but I feel like the execution was very bad.
Well, I don't know. I was just making fun.
That's like you saying, "Oh, I'm losing the argument. You got big feet, clown shoes."
Yeah, you fucking clown. Yeah. What are those? Yeah, but the point is, like, you're absolutely right. Past consequences need to be looked at correctly.
Yeah, like I said, within a 1 year time frame, I think that's a good one. I think that's a good time frame because, like I said, people can change. I can be a different person tomorrow if I really choose to be. You know, I'm on the internet. I can decide to, you know, put on an act, right?
I mean, I could always sit here and sound like that fucking dumbass that's like, oh, you people are so sensitive now. People are kind of sensitive now.
I don't think it's a problem.
This is why. Do you think Boondocks would have survived if it came out today? The way it was back then?
I think it still would have came out. It just would have been judged for.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have survived. Oh, yeah. And that's not as many seasons. That's a fantastic show.
I think
that would have gotten to the Thug and Love episode. Canceled.
Shout out Aaron McGruder and
bro, I love that show
and all the writers on that show.
Yes.
and all the people that work on the comic. I think it would have survived because it's unique. I've never watched anything. The Boondocks is borderline animated Chappelle show. With the way,
it's fantastic.
With the way they push the bar.
It is fantastic.
Now the Chappelle show would not have survived in this.
That's my point. But I think the Boondocks would have survived. I don't think so either. You're forgetting some of the shit they did in the Boondocks.
No, they did some wild shit. Like
there's some wild shit.
The Thug and Love, that wasn't even that wild compared.
Bro, there's literally a line from Riley that's like, "What? I saw gay and I said gay. That's not homophobic. It's an astute observation."
Yes. I mean, I feel like that's not that bad. I'm trying to think of an episode where it was like, wow. There was an episode.
The Oprah.
I can't remember.
Every time a pimp named Slickback shows up, when they're trying to exorcise Stinkmeaner from the lawyer. And he's
that one wasn't that bad. But I'll tell you, there's one line in one of the earlier seasons that was OD. It was like they showed like one of Uncle Ruckus's one of his like ancestors, and he was on a jury duty, and then they were trying to like find this guy guilty.
Oh yeah, I've got a noose. Yeah.
He's like, I got the rope right here. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, that's rough.
That's like, what I'm saying. Like it's very. I don't think it would have survived, but
I think it would have.
But I think some stuff we do need to be more cognizant of. But like, there's just some stuff that gets attacked for no reason, and it's just getting frustrating to see. That's all.
Let's move on to the next topic. Very, very, very insightful first topic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, real quick, I love the episode. My favorite episode of Boondocks is the moment.
Oh, yeah.
The first time
Supreme was saying there was one
the first time he fights Stinkmeaner.
Oh, that's my
favorite.
I had to show that to one of my coworkers.
I love that episode because Riley's watching a show. You don't even care about Grandpa. Riley's watching a show and he's talking about the chair. He's like, I don't think you even gotta hit nobody with the chair, and people still be wilding. And then there's a chair,
and he throws
it, lands, and they're like, so you hear in the background,
they're like, oh my god,
chair, and it lands, and then there's no noise, nobody. And it's like, I'm mad.
Yeah.
Swinging.
Everyone just starts fighting.
Nobody even talks. Like nobody says move. Just somebody in the background goes, "I'm mad," and then everyone just starts fighting. And the first time I saw that, I was in tears.
I had to show that episode to my coworker because he said he remembered watching the Boondocks, years back when it aired. And my coworker's an older guy, but I was like, bro, you don't remember he killed Stink Meter? And he's like, no, he didn't kill him. I was like, yes.
He straight up.
I was like, he killed him.
Yeah.
And I had to show him the episode. And he was like, oh damn, how did I miss that?
At the part right before he killed, I was like, we could all be reading a book right now.
That's the truth. This
is a perfectly good time to throw your life away. I don't get. What am I doing? I'm white. Yeah. That whole episode was like, you ever want to explain somebody the Boondocks? Just show them that episode. It
that's only a piece of a piece of
but
it.
I'm saying it encapsulates every moment. Riley being inappropriate, Huey being intelligent, the whole point and premise of making fun of white people and black people. Everybody.
Tom being Tom.
Tom being Tom. Ruckus is in the background going, fucking. What, you gonna throw Ali at me? Huh? Jean-Claude Van Damme once killed a man with his butt cheeks once. Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah. He's like,
now that's a karate man. It's like about, every scene in that episode.
You can talk about all the best fighters are white.
Every scene in that episode is a perfect small capsule of what that entire show is about.
Nah, I don't think it was. I don't think it was Chris Brown. I think it was what do you call it? It wasn't Chris Brown that was messing with Tom. I think it was Usher. You remember that episode? Usher.
Yo, what up? Thank you for the follow.
Yo, Usher was it was Usher. Usher was bagging or not bagging. He was flirting with his wife. Yeah, that was
You see, I'm sorry. I see P. I move. She saw P. She stayed.
You know what? You know that we can actually talk about this before we move on to this topic. Mm-hmm. The R. Kelly episode aged terribly. Mm-hmm. They keep finding these old clips with R. Kelly being like really. I don't even say flirty, being really
inappropriate.
Yes, at concerts, and everyone is like, all these women are losing their minds. They're like, oh my god, and they're all like grabbing him on the concert and stuff like that. He's just saying and doing weird things while he's performing, and they just did not age well. Oh my goodness.
But that's still one of the funniest episodes.
Yeah, for sure.
You just got beat by an 8-year-old. All I'm saying is that if I see Pete coming, I move. Yeah. She saw Pete coming, she stayed. Why do I get up inside the next R. Kelly album for that?
Yeah. And then there was that one portion where it's like the heavy set black lady. She's just sitting there chilling, and then like all of a sudden there's like a little kid with like a carrot. He's like, get that carrot out of my face. He's like, if I want to get high blood pressure, then damn it, that's my business. And I was like, what? What does that have to do with anything? They're talking about the trial, and then like he just got a carrot.
And he's married to a white woman.
Yeah, and that just derailed his entire argument. Tom is. I still think wholeheartedly the Boondocks would have survived. That's my answer. Is this my favorite One Piece podcast? No.
Yo, what up, Coco?
I haven't watched it. All right, before we move on to the next topic, I want to talk to y'all real quick. I'm on vacation as of today. So I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation for a week. So I guess I can start.
That's 8 days of jerking off.
It's not 8 days.
You're a week, right? So from Sunday to Sunday, that's 8 days.
Seems tedious.
What, the 8 days or jerking off?
Both.
Okay.
Anyway. So I'm not gonna start One Piece.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 8 days.
I'm gonna get rug burn.
Sunday to Sunday. What, you jerking off on the rug? What are you doing?
Bro, what's wrong with you?
Them fucking rugs.
Motherfucking gonna get it. Light my house on fire by accident. So much friction.
Yo, I'll just take the rug. You don't have to unroll it. I'll just take the
rug. The whole thing.
Alright, you were saying though?
But anyway, yeah, vacation. I'm not starting One Piece, but I'm gonna start a bunch of Gundam stuff that I promised.
On vacation.
That I would.
I'm not starting One Piece.
I'm not starting One Piece yet, but I am gonna start One Piece this year. I'm excited because I want to see that guy with the cigars and the cigarettes and the
There's so many better characters.
I just want to see him.
But I promise you, you're gonna
I don't
like.
care.
There's a character that looks a lot like Yakuza. Like he looks straight up like he's from Yakuza. Dude, it's so good.
Once I have my heart set on something, I have it set on something. All right. 8 days straight, you're gonna burn your fingertips. Boy, I ain't gonna do that, man. I'm gonna do something productive. I'm gonna go to the gym. That's what I'm gonna do. I get to actually go to the gym.
That's a terrible place to take off.
Yes, that is. But
terrible.
I will not be doing that at the gym. I'm going to the gym, do some cardio, do some weights. I don't have to worry about going to work before or after. You know how mentally taxing that is? I'll be coming home from work. I'm like, I gotta hit this gym or else.
Yeah, I do. Why do you think I'm fat?
Or I'll be like, before work, I'll be like, gym. Now I don't gotta do that. I can just sleep in, wake up, fucking hit the gym, and then stream and do other shit and watch Gundam. But, second topic, go.
All right. The second topic is, what do you guys do to, let's say you have a bad day of gaming, and this is mostly for competitive and multiplayer games, unless you like to play games on the hardest setting, like an action game, and you're stuck on a boss for 45 hours, and you're about to break the control. You've never played Ninja Gaiden, clearly. You're stuck on a boss for 3 days, and you're learning the pattern, and you just want to break everything around you. You turn into a 5-year-old child, and you start screaming like a child, and you just want to break everything around you. What do you do to calm down other than jerking off, right?
Well, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I beat Bloodborne in DS3, so
doesn't matter. You can beat Bloodborne in DS3 incredibly easy. That's not Ninja Gaiden.
Well, I still beat them. You can't take that away from me.
You
can't take that away from me. I beat them.
Okay, relax. They're not your penis.
I beat them. They are defeated.
You change games. You don't do anything. Okay.
No, that's a solid piece of advice.
But I'm saying you don't do anything that like disconnects.
Wait. That is. We can't discount what Deep Lake.
I'm not discounting it.
I'm just clarifying that you can't discount that because different strokes for different folks. One, and then also it's genius. I am doing bad at this. I am not going to be hard-headed, and I'm going to change the game to enjoy myself.
Yeah,
that is the premise of video games. To enjoy yourself. The only reason why we don't enjoy them these days is because we're competitive.
I have to walk away. That's the way I do it. I will go and watch a show, or I'll get I'll eat something. I have to walk away, and it's like the older I get, the less patience I have. And I'm not old, I know that, but it's just I can see it happening. Where things that I would have never raged, I do rage now. And I'm like, something's wrong, and now I have to back up and have to take a breath. Not every time, not every raid.
Hey,
I mean, like if I play Apex and I'm playing with randos and they always hot drop and I die like 8 games in a row. Then I'm fucking lit, and I'm like, I gotta step away. I gotta go do something.
I'm gonna say this: you said a lot of words just now, but you know me, I'm good at context clues, right? If you suck, just say that.
Yes, that's exactly it. 100%.
I know the feeling, man. I'm not the greatest either, so
dude, Overwatch.
It gets me so mad because I'm not the greatest at games, and then the fact that I have to team up with people, it just makes me feel worse, you know. But then there's those moments where you're not the greatest, but then you're just a hero, so it's a give and take. But,
I've done things where I'm like, there's a lot of times when I die, even in Hunters, it happens. And there's a lot of times where I die, and I'm like, I died. That was it happens rarely, but I'm like, that was just a good fucking shot. I was out of position. But there's times where I'm like, the game just fucking killed me, and I literally have proof of it. Like when I used to stream a lot, especially in Hunt, is a good example, where I would have clips of the gun misfiring and not firing, where I would have clips of me hitting the guy, hit rage happening, and them taking no damage. And I'm sitting here like, and then I would die because I did what I was supposed to and I wasn't getting rewarded for my skill. Nothing makes me rage more than me dying to the game. If someone else beats me and I get mad, that's fine. But if the game beats me because something's broken in the game, I dream listen, bro, I get so mad. I'm going to tell you how mad I get. I have dreams of winning the lottery just to buy the company and shut the game down. That's how mad I'm like, you know what?
You're a sick man.
You know what? You guys want to fix this bug? Everyone's fucking fired. No, okay, no, not. Like, I've had dreams like that where I'm like, dude, when I get to that level, I'm like, I gotta stop. I have to lean back, get an ice cream or something, put on a show, chill out.
That's your stuff.
That's what I have to do because I know it. I can feel in the back of my head like this.
Pulsating.
I'm like, yeah, I'm growing like a second head, and I'm just like,
It's all the anger. All right, so let me look at the audience here.
hey, get better internet. I have fiber. I have the best internet.
Well, do better. All right, so let's do something. So we got change games. We'll reiterate on that. I don't really rage hard too many games. If it's a fighting game or something, a small goal. So if it's a fighting game or something, I set a small goal and then go for it. Smart goal setting.
Yeah.
I listen to music to calm my ass down.
That's a good one.
Maybe the goal, for going back to what Coco said, maybe the goal is just to get one win or land one combo. I'm working on it and then take a break. Genius goal setting.
Yeah.
We love to see it.
I like the music one a lot. The music one's great.
Yeah.
Just close your eyes and kind of meditate on music.
Change games, read, sleep, take a break. Hey, that works for you. I have never broken a device raging. I barely ever hit my carpet or thighs. Hitting your thighs. That's like that. I've done that before when I was younger, but you gotta be careful with that. You don't get yourself.
Nah, when I was super young, I used to Kyle shit. Like I used to like punch my controller into the wall. I'd be like, I like throw it in the air and go like a fucking 2-year-old.
Man, the fact that I can't queue for damage on Overwatch forced me to make healer and have people yell.
Moral of the story: get better internet.
Yeah. The worst thing to do is when you're molding is to just sit there and keep suffering. Right, you're doing it to yourself. Overwatch, you can heal, get every kill, and not die, and you still did terrible to the other team. Let's see.
I've read an actual fuck down. That's good, man. Reading's good. I've always had an issue reading, so I listen to audiobooks, but reading is good, man.
This man said I just hold back my tears and I go Mayweather on my pillow. This man thought me.
Bro, I've done that when I was younger. I'd get so mad and I'd just ball of rage and I don't know where I'm going and I see my pillow and I'm just like, ah!
I've never really raged when I was younger. I developed that trait when I was older, and part of it is because expectations. I always tell myself one thing, and I'm like, if you expect something and you don't get that result, you're always going to be disappointed. So holding yourself to high expectations, you have to live with that. And I'm someone who has always competed, in a sports realm and in the esports realm for years. And when you hold yourself to an expectation, you always will be disappointed.
Yeah.
Because you have to remember, when you are competing, you only can have one winner, whether it's a team or a solo event. And you got to remember, not only do you have to beat every player ahead of you, you have to defeat yourself. And by that, I mean you have to defeat your own demons, your own flaws, and your own things that will hold you back. Because sometimes when you're in a tournament setting or when you're in a competition setting, sometimes you can have a bunch of people that are terrible, and the one that wins is the one that makes the least amount of mistakes within themselves. Yeah. Right. So it's a constant battle, and I think we don't talk about that much. We always talk about who's the best, who's the best within the tournament setting.
But
we
how
don't
did they
talk
get
about
there?
Not necessarily how they got there, but yeah, you could say it like that. Is necessarily what I'm trying to get at is like we always talk about who's the best skill wise out of the group, but we don't talk about who's the best internally. Who's battling their demons better? Who's prepping better, like you're saying? Who's doing their thing?
I think that's why I play such. I started leaning into more hardcore games, even though I haven't played Hunt in a while. I'll be playing Hunt again for the event, but
nice.
They've made it too. I know I sound like elitist when I say this, but they've made it too easy now. Everything, like the permadeath is pretty much gone because if you banish a boss and someone's permanently dead, it brings them back. All the weapon balancing they did is terrible. The new map is amazing. I could go on 3 hours about all the mistakes they did in Hunt. But anyway, what made that game fun was the success of the game. And in moving to Tarkov, a lot of Hunt players moved to Tarkov. Like an exuberant amount of top Hunt players play Tarkov. And Tarkov is very punishing. It's very punishing. Because you can go in with 500,000 stuff worth of gear. and some naked asshole with a Mosin can spot you before you spot him. And if he lands a headshot, and your helmet, your 250,000 ruble helmet, decides it's just a percentage where it pens, you're fucking dead. The man brought in 35 grand worth of stuff. You just lost 500,000 rubles. Yes, it can get very frustrating, but I also do it because it helps me. It kind of it trains me to be like, okay, why did I die there? Was I out of position? Was I sprinting? Was I doing this? It helps me reflect. Sometimes I'm like, you fucking fat. But other times...
Do it again. What are you doing?
I have to be in the moment for it.
Yo, this guy's a liar.
But sometimes it's... and I get that mad. And then other times I'm like, okay, I know why I died. I knew I shouldn't have sprinted here. I knew somebody was looking, but I wanted to get the cover. I should have fought the fight. But I'm so pissed. Give my guns back, and then you don't get your guns back because you died. But it helps me fight that, and I think that's why I've escalated to these harder and harder and harder and more. They call them like a hardcore game. I know that's really, I hate that term, but it's essentially it's permadeath. It's all in, all out. There's no you either fucking die or walk out with a lot of stuff. I actually just tweeted I had an awesome raid where I killed 6 people. So almost the entire that's almost the entire server. And I was like 90 or 80 kilograms heavy. So I did your favorite thing where I took all the rigs, put them in a big backpack, and I'm okay, crawl. I only run for like 4 steps and then I crawled.
Man, that guy's dying.
My dude is like, I had no hydration, no food, everything was gone. I was slowly dying. I just gotta get to the exit.
You just gotta leave.
But it does help me with the rage, and that's what I use. I force stuff. I do things to force myself to put myself in a situation where I have to reflect.
Sounds good. So let me go back to chat. I always come into tournaments with no expectations. Then
Spawn Trapper, thank you for the follow.
When I was in wrestling and rugby, I always set my own personal expectations, not to include the final result. Exactly. Don't include that final result. First comes anger, later comes recollection. Not for everybody. I'm gonna say that. Damn, y'all are tactical geniuses.
Nah, I just took too many L's. I'm gonna keep being mad.
I'm about to go wild the fuck out. I mean, if you want to wild out, you gotta remember you gotta live with your consequences. So everyone answered the question. I didn't answer the question. So before we move on, I'm gonna answer the question. So past me would have done different things. I was really impartial, but current me, how I would handle my raging in gaming as of right now. If I am streaming, and let's say I'll say Soul Calibur. If I'm streaming Soul Calibur 6 and I'm streaming ranked and I'm getting tight and I'm getting heated and I'm making all the excuses and the lag is hitting and everything, unfortunately I'm gonna keep playing. Why? Because I'm an entertainer and I'm not a bitch, right? Y'all came for a show, y'all getting the show one way or another. So that's the answer when I'm streaming.
But afterwards, when you
no, but I'm just saying like there's two different sides to this coin. So that's entertaining me, right? I'm not gonna just be like, oh, I lost eight in a row, I'm getting off, right? But if I'm not streaming and if I'm not putting on a show and I'm not entertaining, what I like to do is there's a game that came out back in 2017. This is currently my favorite game, and it also relaxes me. It's called Tetris Effect.
Oh, that's a great fucking game.
Tetris Effect is a game. No matter how many times I've lost at it, I don't get mad, and it calms me. And the music is cool, and it's a game that's really weird for me because when I don't play it for long stretches of time, I get really bad at it. But then when I start playing it again, my fingers move faster. I play to the melody of the songs. It's really fun, right? So Tetris Effect would be quote unquote my changing game. The other thing I do, and I've seen none of you guys say this, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If I am not putting on a show for you guys and I am losing, and you know I'm like, damn, I'm losing, and I snap back into reality. Turn the fucking game off. Just turn it off.
I said that. I walk away.
No, not necessarily just walk away, but just turn the game off.
No, but that's what I meant. I turn the game off and I go do something completely different than a game.
Yeah, you don't even gotta do something.
Yeah.
Just turn it off. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, that's it.
Oh, naps. I do take naps. I'm a napper. I forgot to say that too.
Yeah, Supreme was talking about that. But yeah, just turn the game off, right? Let me see.
Fuck this game.
in Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, it's kind of weird. You have to expect everything. Then I get pissed and we go read for a few hours, and I run out of shit to read. Go find more stuff to read. One time I was modeling, playing the game. I tried to watch an anime and then dropped it forever. That's dark. Go back and watch that.
You dropped the anime?
Yo, he got so mad. He let that transition into his anime watching. He just stopped dropping. He just dropped the anime. And Truth gets so hyped playing that game. Everyone said that. Our streamer is getting older. He can't hear.
I mean, it's okay if you don't turn away from them. I'm just saying what is being done. What do you guys do?
Bro, I'm too competitive to turn away from things. It's weird, but it's how I am. Dropped an anime for a single scene multiple times. That sounds harsh. It's like, I didn't like that scene. Throw the whole thing away. That's harsh, man. You guys are harsh.
Throw
critics.
the whole thing away.
I hope I don't ever make an anime. Y'all gonna stop watching after the first episode. Shit. Crazy.
All right. Well, next topic. That's kind of a story to it. I remember the story because of a conversation that I had with a coworker.
Okay.
So, don't be a dirty bitch is the point of this topic. Don't be dirty.
I mean, I feel like that's just. I feel like you saying that is just. It's weird because that's a given. Like, there's certain things that are a given.
That's my point of saying it, because you would think it's a given.
It's a given in this.
So in my time with customer service,
okay,
I have met a lot of smelly people.
I mean, people just think. Figuratively and literally.
No, but let's talk about literally. And in the financial world, you will get sometimes people that walk in, and you have to spend more than 15 minutes with them. You're spending hours with them, and they are pulsating, like they're like, it's like a superpower. Anywhere they go.
It's not a superpower. It's just
no.
They just have a funk and it follows them.
No,
and it's like a ball.
It has to be a superpower.
It's not a superpower. It stink. Just say that. If you stink, you stink.
But they don't know they stink
because they live in their stank.
Yeah.
You get immune to it. So it's like, okay, the perfect way to describe this: take a shit, right? You're in your shit, and you're on the toilet. But I'm saying you're in your cloud, your cloud that you're making, right? It smells like absolute just garbage.
Yo, I will flush.
But here's the thing: it smells like absolute garbage, but it's your scent, so you're just like.
I still flush mid shit.
let's say you don't, right? It's still your scent, right? So it doesn't bother you. And the next thing you know, somebody walks in behind you talking about some. Whoa, buddy!
What do you mean?
They'd be like, "Yo, did you die?"
Your shit smell doesn't bother you?
No.
My shit smell bothers me.
You need to get that checked out.
Nah, bro. I say they shit. I'm like, oh, flush.
I just shit, and I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean?
But no, some people stink. Anyway, so it reminded me of.
So hold on. Let me stop this. So BOR, it could be a gland problem, right? Personal. So the smell penetrates your COVID mask at work. Does it penetrate your mask?
I mean, yeah, smells go through the mask. What are you talking about?
I'm just making sure. I'm just reiterating.
Yeah.
So I've seen people try and get people's faces, or whatever. Person called me because I was, damn.
So the reason why I bring this up, don't be dirty, and this all makes me. This is a shout out to women everywhere, okay? Because first of all, women can be nasty too. I've lived with women.
Y'all everyone can be nasty. Everyone can be nasty.
Y'all nasty. Okay, change your fucking bras. Don't wear the same bra for 2.5 weeks, you dirty motherfuckers. Anyway. So the reason why I say this is because it was around 2018, 2019. This is way pre-COVID.
Alright.
And we're on dating apps. And I was talking to somebody and we met up, we got dinner, went back to my place, played Mario Kart. She wanted to play Mario Kart. I think I had it at the Wii U at the time.
Alright.
Everything's going fine, right? Normal meetup, normal day. Nothing wrong. Nothing is wrong. None of us smell. She goes to the bathroom, comes back out after she finishes what she does, and she says, I have to blow you. I went, okay, I didn't question it. That's not something I know. After the deed is done, after the deed is done, she goes, I'm like, why? I waited until afterwards. I'm like, why? How do we go from Mario Kart
Why the fuck
to
did you just
bathroom?
why'd you just question it before you got filleted?
No, first we get it, and then I question it. I'm not a fucking moron. Afterwards, I was like, why? And she goes, well, I made a bet with my girlfriend that if I ever meet a guy who actually has facial scrub in his bathroom, I have to blow. Because I have facial scrub. It's like $2 Target facial just to scrub your face.
Just clean your face.
Yeah, just to clean your face. So this leads into the dirty.
So now everyone's gonna look at fucking facial, and they're gonna test their luck. They're gonna fucking test their luck.
Anyway, and she goes, thank God you wash your ass. First of all, her mouth was nowhere near my ass. But
you get your
Yeah, I was.
You get tossed?
Yeah.
Her
mouth was nowhere near my ass.
Oh, I thought you said it was. I thought you said you were getting your style tossed. I said
it was not. But she's close to that area, right? You're in that vicinity. And again, question time. What do you mean, thank God I washed my ass? You were nowhere near my ass. Why does that matter? And she told me, you have no idea how weird it is when you, or not how weird, how often it's happened where I've gone down on a guy and he doesn't wash his ass. And you can smell it.
Oh, no.
And that's why I said it's a dirty story. And I'm like, oh, I'm instantly repulsed. First of all, I took the compliment. I'm like, thank you. I'm clean. But at the same time, I'm like, first of all, you're a trooper. You're
fucking dirty as hell.
Two, who doesn't wash their ass?
Apparently, people she encounters.
Like, I'm not saying take the soap and finger yourself, but wash your ass.
I mean,
so you just let the water hit your ass crack and it just falls. Yeah, it's clean.
I don't know.
Wash your ass. Don't be dirty.
I feel like that's a given. Like, that's a given. It's like, if you're in the shower and you're letting the water run and you lather, right? You have to wash every part with said lather, right? You know what I'm saying? We have this thing on our.
But that's the thing. You keep saying it's a given. It's not a given. It's like common sense. Common sense is not that common.
Well, I'm saying it's a given. And
for me,
anybody in my community, if you don't wash your legs or your ass or your private areas, I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna ban you.
Do you wash your legs? Do you put soap?
Yes.
Like, okay.
What the fuck when I wash my legs?
Some people don't wash.
I have nice, bro. You see these?
Bro,
these shits is nice, bro. Moisturize. These shits is nice.
I don't moisturize my legs, but I do wash my legs.
Bro, look at this.
Bro, it's a knee.
Look at that. It smells clean. It looks clean.
I'm not smelling your knees.
Smell my leg.
Put that shit down. I will find my gun.
ain't gonna stop you smelling my knee, bro. Anyway. I know.
What do you mean people do that? You don't wash your legs?
Wait, what?
Do you work in the hood or something? How do you keep running into people?
Right.
No.
That's a you problem. I don't run into people that smell
bro,
like that.
you kid, bro, it happens all the time. In banking, it's happened more than anything, my entire banking career. And it's people that have a shit ton of money. It's like, okay, I want to have a lot of money too, but I'm going to be clean. I'm not going to skimp out on stuff.
Right. I'll tell you this, going back to what somebody was saying earlier, some people just do have sweat problems, and some people have issues where, like, their diet is poor, or they just excrete so much sweat that they just stink, Yeah, I'm just... No, we're not talking about that. I'm just saying the benefit of the doubt, for the people that just smell, right? It happens. When you got your genetic dice roll, you just smell like shit. I'm sorry. That just
I don't work in the hood. No. I kind of live in the hood, but I don't work in the hood.
I've had people be like, touching my own ass is gay, bro.
What?
You still gotta wash it.
Do those people not jerk off? It's gay to touch a dick?
Where's the correlation?
My point is that they're saying they don't.
No, where's the correlation on that?
They're saying they don't touch their own ass because that's gay, but you jerk off.
Oh, okay, all right, now I see it. All right.
What do you mean, where's the correlation?
I was like, where do we go with this? But then now I get what you're saying.
Okay,
now I get what you're saying.
Weirdest compliment I've ever had.
Oh man,
I have.
I already
Thank God your ass doesn't stink.
I already told y'all the
Was it the old lady that kept calling you Eddie Murphy?
The Eddie Murphy one. There's another one that I had in addition to that, and I'll never forget it.
The weirdest compliment I ever got was I was told I look like Freddie Mercury, which is a fucking lie. I do not look like Freddie. No. This is not. Nothing about this is Freddie Mercury.
So I remember this. I probably had to be like maybe like 19 at the time, 19 or 20, and it was one of my first jobs, working at Target, and I was going to school full time as well when I was getting my associate's degree, and I remember Target. Now it's a lot more cool, right? Back a few years ago, Target, not a few, but years ago, Target was. I told people if you worked at Target and you wanted to get the shit worked out of you for minimum wage, you go work at Target. Oh my god, you guys have problems. Anyways, so I would tell people like, yo,
thanks for the follow.
You just broke my stride. I hate you.
We're talking about sticky people and something that I don't shower just followed. Like,
breaking my stride. I hate you. But anyway, I used to tell people you want to like work the hardest for $0, you go work at Target, right? So in addition to the weirdest compliment I've ever received, I was working at Target, and it was one of those like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were the worst days to work because they were just flooded with people. Mm-hmm. Ironically, that's the days they needed to pretty much make me work, those weekend days. Whatever. I needed the money at the time, took it, whatever, right? So I remember I was helping this lady, and Target was one of those jobs where they want you to be really, really, really hands-on with the customer. And I'm just like one of those guys, if I'm going to do a job, I'm going to do it good, right? I'm hands-on with the customer. If you ask me questions and I know, I'm going to take my time out. So I had this lady, right? Older lady, by the way. Old people really don't understand that we're not in the 60s anymore, but older lady. And I'm sitting there and I'm answering all her questions because I used to work in a department. They call it hard lines. So it's like all of like the shower stuff, like the home goods type stuff.
Yes.
Like shelves, whatever, right? So I'm helping her with that, answering the questions, everything to the best of my knowledge. 15, 20 minutes goes by. She goes, wow, you're so smart. I've never met a person like you this smart. And it record scratch, right? And I looked at her and I tilted my head a little bit. And I'm like, what do you mean like me, right? Because then the gears of my head are turning now.
And you're 19, like so you're not home.
I'm like 19, 20, right? Whatever. I'm super young, right? So I'm like, what do you mean a person like me? She's like, people like you guys are loud and, you can't change. Like, she basically was saying you can't chain sentences together and you speak so eloquent. And she used the term eloquent. And she knew I knew what eloquent meant. That's why she picked that term. And I looked at her and I wanted to say something, but it's one of those things where you're just so shocked and you're just like, oh, that's cool, right? And I just help her. I just remember working the rest of my shift and just keep thinking about that. And I'm like, people really don't understand the shit they say. Like these backhanded compliments.
Here's what's funny about that. That's like that when it's like a joke from Dave Chappelle where he's like, you ever hear something so racist, you don't realize it's racist?
Oh, I knew
when he walked. He's like, I walked into this diner in the South, and I was like, I'll take the chicken. Yeah, but I wanted the chicken, man. Everybody in here knew you wanted the chicken when you first walked in. And it's like, he's like, yeah, that was his point. You ever hear something so racist, you don't even register it? It's just like.
That is a weird compliment. You work at a restaurant, the way you stack dishes is so polite while eating Korean barbecue. That is weird. Condescending compliments, yo.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what I get a lot of compliments on, honestly?
What?
It's my compliments and hate. It's my eyelashes. Every girlfriend I've ever had has told me, I fucking hate how good your eyelashes are.
I want your eyelashes.
I swear to God,
that's what chicks be saying.
Every single time, they're like, your eyelashes are fucking amazing. I would kill for those eyelashes. Well, don't kill me and take my eyelashes.
And then she kills you, takes your eyelashes. Like, this is...
I've heard that.
Bro, you know what's gonna happen? She gonna kill you. She gonna take your eyelashes like Tarkov, put it in her backpack.
But yeah, that is the weirdest one. I've gotten like my entire life that I have amazing, like the best eyelashes people have ever seen. The Cosmo said that people have complimented his eyebrows. That's what made me think of it.
Yeah, so that's the weirdest compliment I've ever gotten.
Nah, bro, I run 3 miles and legit passed out because I overheated.
I like when you get. You know what we should do next week? We should talk about compliments that we do like getting. We should switch it up. Have like a really positive stream. You know,
My eyebrows every time, bro. Let's go. Go eyebrows.
Yeah, man. You guys are on point tonight. You guys are definitely on point.
But yeah, don't be dirty. I just don't be dirty.
Don't be dirty. Like I said, if I catch y'all, or I wouldn't catch you guys, but if I hear,
if he takes it, if he teleports,
breaking one of y'all. Are you washing?
the leg?
Are you washing? No.
A man's got a loofah in his hand. Give me that leg.
Yeah, watch your legs, your butt cheeks.
No, just wash. Just wash. If there's shit on your ass, clean the ass. Okay, I'm not saying you need to smell like fucking flowers down there, but it should not.
I mean, you should.
But no, it should not instant be like, oh, that's poop. It should not ever be a smell that you get when you're down there, especially if you're a woman. That because you're even closer to that part of the body. So you're like, oh, okay, you need to maybe wipe that down.
Just stay hygienic, people. That's the best way to put it, man. Stay hygienic.
Damn, Supreme, you're so chill. I'm gonna go to the bathhouse with you.
No one ever said that. No one ever said that statement.
Wait, just going to every job interview, you speak so well because they got a white boy name? Bro, you know what's funny about that, actually, Coco? So...
I gotta cut you. This man said the weirdest comment I ever got was a girl said that she liked how I posted her up playing ball, and to be honest, I didn't know how to feel about that. Yo, you was backing her down, bro. She was like, ooh.
I do have to say, Coco, so, yeah, so that bitch up. I do have to say that, I was but truth note this, I had luckily I'm smart with money, so I knew how to stay above being poor. But before COVID happened, I was unemployed for a good 6 months due to circumstances. And actually, believe it or not, circumstances beyond my control. But I'm not gonna explain what that means. And while I was unemployed, I told myself, I was unemployed for about 6 months. I told myself, okay, I'm applying to everything. Everything. And the jobs I really want, I'm applying twice.
Okay.
And I made 2 emails. So this is what I did. One email was with my full name, which is Francesco. And I go by Frank, because it's easier to say, and everyone calls me Francisco because they fuck it up. So one was with my full name. I'm not going to say my last name. And one was with Frank. Same resume. Same everything. Different email. Right? Because I know a robot looks at it and then a person looks at it. Not once did Francesco ever get called. Not once.
That's crazy.
Not a single time. I think 23 interviews or 23 applications done that way. Not once did I get an interview call back because they probably read it as Francisco. And you know my last name. And my last name sounds Hispanic too, even though it's not. So they read a long Hispanic name.
So let's talk about this. Did anyone ever call you back that offered you the interview as Frank?
Yeah, absolutely.
No. But I'm saying, did they say, "Oh, we noticed you applied twice"?
No, nobody ever noticed.
Oh, that's dark.
And I got about 5 interviews of those 23 ones, all under Frank. Obviously, I didn't say anything to them at the interview. Yeah, but it was just jarring because here's the thing: even though I don't consider myself to be white, I don't think Italians are white. I don't think Sicilians is what I should say. I understand that I am white as far as society is concerned.
Okay.
I understand that I don't look white. I've looked Hispanic. I've looked Middle Eastern. I
can see that one.
Right? Every single time I get that. And I am proof that white privilege exists because as soon as people pull me over and I go, oh, and I tell them how to pronounce my last name, and they're like, oh, yeah, my family's Italian too. It's like, I literally go, oh, I wasn't white. Now I'm white. And now the cop's easier on me. I literally turned the switch on. So I have like legitimate proof of that working. And now I have proof of it working in the workplace. it's so much easier to call Frank than it is to call Francesco. But then when the interview happens, they need my full name and everything, and I would write it. And they're like, "Oh, what's this?" I'm like, "That's my full name."
That's why
my social. But it's true. That's why when Coco just said, that's what reminded me. Coco was like, "Oh, I have a white boy name, so people think I'm well spoken or whatever." It's like, hey, dude, I literally, per society standards, am white, and I was not getting callbacks because they thought my name, which is insane. I gave myself a handicap on purpose, and it was a real handicap. Now that I think about it, I've only gotten hired once with my.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep. But Coco saying that reminded me. I was like, that's a good thing to share.
Yeah.
I won't say the companies. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus.
Definitely insightful.
And my current job, I only applied as Frank. I will say that. Because I had somebody who worked there. She's like, go ahead and apply. There's a position open. That's why I got the current job I have. Mm-hmm. The one that I accepted, because I had about 3 offers and I accepted this one. But this one did not do that. I applied only as Frank. I didn't apply as both of my current job.
So I want to highlight what Coco was saying. Coco, that's dark what happened to you. I'm sorry that happened. Kiryu, we'll see you later. And you know, it's one of those things where you don't judge a book by its cover, people. You know what I'm saying? Community that I'm building here, we're very tolerant of one another, and I think that it's important for us to hold on to those values, right? Because with us being able to assume so many identities and so many different online personas, it's important that, you know, not only do you stay true to yourself, but you stay true in a way that you can hope to inspire others based on those principles, right? Just like we were saying mob mentality earlier. So now this would be considered like a mob mentality, but more for like a force of good. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Like that's one of my overall goals with community and.
Here's the sad thing with that is that, yeah, I can make jokes and all this stuff, right? But I put white on my taxes. I put white on everything I have to put white because unfortunately, the game is like that. But when people ask me what you are, I always say I'm Sicilian. Right. People are like, well, what is Sicilian? I'm like, I tell them the truth. I'm like, they're the black people of Italy. They're even looked at as the black people. They even put them in an island and said, you guys stay there. The rest of the Italians are going to hang out over here. like there's actual like rivalries between Sicily and certain cities of Italy. Not like legit kill each other rivalry, but it's looked at as, oh, those are the people from that area. Those are the people from Sicily. The people from Rome. Those are the people from Naples. And it's like, but everybody up there is the George Clooney, tall, blonde hair, blue-eyed, expected Italian or dark hair type of Italian, right? Sicilians all look like me or Joe Pesci or Danny DeVito. That's every. There's a handful of us that are tall, and then you get to move to Italy. But the rest, all the short ones, you just stay in Sicily. It's just a bunch of Danny DeVitos walking around.
Those guys are cool. But let's switch the topic on that. 2022 travel destination, right?
Yes.
And the reason why I say 2022 is because we were starting to travel, but now I gotta highlight it again. Delta variant, be safe, y'all. Don't get sick, please.
But I'm looking for that Delta variant plus.
Man, shut up.
That's a real thing, by the way.
Oh,
there's like 3 cases in Korea.
Bro, I ain't
Delta variant plus, bro.
I ain't trying to deal with none of that. I'm trying to be safe. I'm not trying to get sick. I'm not trying to get sick. But I was gonna take some travel time around October to go see my friends out in Colorado, and then another friend in Washington, DC, and that is not looking like it's gonna happen. I'm gonna stay local. I'm gonna just save my time, and it got me thinking of realistically, it got me thinking of where I want to go. So
we just don't discuss politics.
I want 3
You guys are welcome to, but we don't discuss politics.
I want 3 things, right? Straight up, right? So, or not 3 things. I want to go to 3 places next year. I'm trying to plan out how to do it. First place, I want to go to Canada. Straight up.
There's honey in Canada?
What?
Is there some honey in Canada?
No, I just want to go to Canada. We're neighbors. Why would I not go to Canada? And I know people out there, and I would love to hang out with them. So it's like, I want to go to Canada. That's
I thought you were doing the typical Florida guy goes and gets a Canadian girl and moves her down to Florida.
I mean, if it happens, it happens.
That's
right?
like 15% of like.
If it happens, it happens, right?
Your ass is gonna go. You're like, nah, I'm gonna move to Canada and get that free healthcare.
Get that poutine. But if it happens, it happens, right? I want to go to Canada, one, because it's always interested me, but preferably I want to go during the winter times because I want to ski, right? I want to learn how to ski. At first I was like, I want to learn how to snowboard. Everyone's like, you know what? The only time it's worth it to snowboard is if you have like months to dedicate to it. I'm like, I don't want to dedicate months. I just want to look cool out on the slope. Like I want to take a cool ass like Instagram picture, Twitter picture where I'm just like shredding once I learn how to like ride on some skis, bro. You know, cool out.
You gotta take a picture like from South Park. French fries.
Yeah,
like, French fries. Pizza.
That's how I'm trying to learn, right? So Canada landing destination 1. Landing destination number 2. Anywhere in Europe. Anywhere. So whatever I can find cheapest. Preferably a country where they speak good amount of English.
Most of Europe, you'll get.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be out in the street talking about.
Hey, you can go to England, and they speak English. There you go.
Exactly. That's one. I can go to.
Easy.
I went to Sweden and Norway. They speak very good English out there. There's other countries.
Oh yeah, you did go to Sweden. That's right.
There's parts of Spain where they speak really good English as well. So I'm like, I want to go to one of those countries, right? Country or landing spot number 3. I want to go somewhere in Asia. I've never been to Asia. I would love to go somewhere where my dollar can like get me a lot of stuff.
Thailand.
Shoot, that might be a landing spot.
Thailand. So my one of my old coworkers, her daughter got a job for 3 years teaching in that.
Nice.
And they paid her everything. Like they paid her rent, they paid everything, and she just collected a salary while teaching there. And the mom who I worked with went over there every year for 3 years. She's like, I spent $100 and lived like a fucking queen. So you spend like $5 there and you get like enough food for like 3 months.
That's
like $1 there gets you like a full course meal.
That's how I'm trying to live, right? But those are my three landing spots: Canada, somewhere in Europe, somewhere in Asia.
I don't know where I want to go in 2022, man. I would love to go back.
This is that's the greatest thing. You don't have to know where you want to go.
But I would definitely go back to Austin if RTX is back to being a convention and not an online only convention. Because I was going every year to Austin since COVID, and now actually Pickpocket's in Austin now. He's like, Frank, I'm in Austin for 3 days before we drive up to do something with family. And I'm like, okay, you need to go to this restaurant, and then this place, this museum, and this thing. He's like, okay, and he did all that, and he's like, that was amazing. I told him where to get the best fried chicken, where to get the best meat, where to get the best barbecue, where to get the best pizza, go to the Museum of the Weird. I might go here, go watch movies here. He'd love it.
Nice.
So I will go back to Austin. I just love going there. Someday I have to go to Japan. I have to.
I want to go too, but I'm not rushing it. I'm not rushing it.
I just have to go to Japan. I just have to go there and not understand what's happening, and then leave. That's it. That's all that's gotta happen. I just have to go there. Everyone makes fun of me for being an American tourist, and then leave. You have to have that experience. I would like to go to Australia, but what the fuck am I gonna do in Australia?
Get attacked by giant spiders and kangaroos.
Yeah, as soon as I see like a huntsman spider carrying up like a dog, right, dog. That's it.
Yeah, they got some wicked creatures out there.
No, Japan definitely, and if I don't know, man, because I'm from Europe, so it's like I'm gonna go to Europe. I mean, it's kind of dumb, I guess.
I want to go to Egypt one day. Sorry to cut you off, but I want to go to Egypt one day.
That would be cool.
Just to see it in person, because we always see it in the history books here in the States.
You know what's funny? Egypt is not like the history books.
No, I'm saying
work with somebody from.
But I'm saying some of the parts are. Yeah,
like the part with the pyramid, it's desert, but then it's just how they take the picture. It's surrounded by city. It looks like a Sims like video game. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna put pyramids here and build a metropolitan around it.
Yeah, this man said kangaroos be bouncing the clubs in Australia. Nah, fam, you be playing Monster Hunter in Australia.
Well, so there's a streamer I love to watch. He's a Tarkov streamer. His name is Landmark, and he was telling his chat that he would rather fight a kangaroo over a dog. And I'm sitting here like, you are like, if you have a gun, yes, I'll take a kangaroo with a gun, 100%. Like I'm gonna stop that thing from getting to me.
Right.
But he's like, yeah, but their heads are small. I feel if I could punch it, it would like make it dizzy. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
I'm like, are you kidding
That
me?
is gonna get agitated and kick
I don't
the shit out of
spend
you.
money to like do the TT talk, but I wanted to for the first time ever to be like, are you insane? Those things come up to you and they square up like, come on, let's fight right now. And you punch one and they just doesn't move.
Right, and it kicks you or claws you to death.
But you punch one in the face and like literally their face just doesn't move.
Yeah, like in the cartoons.
Yeah, they're doing thing, and that dude's like, you are now going to die.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Just cave your chest in.
He's like, they can't be that fast. Those bitches run 45 miles an hour. Bounce, whatever. Bounce 45 miles an hour.
That's too much.
I can't run 5 miles an hour. This thing is jumping 40 miles an hour. That thing is like, yo, what's up? What, you saying something?
Like,
You were saying...
animals out that live in like wild lands like that, like big areas.
Bro.
That shit terrifying. Like gazelles just be casually running like 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, but I'm not scared of a gazelle.
I am. Boy, that thing running to me at 40 miles an hour.
A moose, I'm scared. Do you see how big moose are?
Yeah, if that thing's running like 30, 40 miles an hour too and charges you, dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, take me.
You know what the crazy thing about moose is? Since we're talking about animal fighting here.
We should call.
You know that they
wait, hold on. We should call the plural of mooses. Meese.
No, it's still
Meese. The crazy thing about meese.
the crazy thing about meese. So they actually go underwater, like 20 meters, or not meters. Maybe I gotta remember how far down. But you could be underwater in Canada and see a moose down there with you. You have full scuba gear and a fucking moose, and they look for like the giant fish and crocodiles and shit. They kill them, and they bring him back up. They dive. This is not a joke. This is real.
This is news to me. Oh man, that boy said them things go all the way down, hunt, and they come back up.
Bro, they do. They literally go underwater, and it's a moose. Moose are like the size of like an F-150 truck.
Yeah, they're huge.
They're like 8 feet tall, and you're underwater expecting fish, and you turn around, and a fucking moose,
And the moose takes you up.
and it kills you underwater and takes you up.
Sends you to God.
Bro, I would be so scared. Like, yeah, seeing a shark and stuff, I would be scared. Seeing a moose, seeing something with antlers coming at.
So we know Canada and Australia is out of the question for this guy. This guy's terrified of kangaroos and meese.
Bro,
mooses.
you're not terrified of moose?
I mean, I'm not in an area where I'm gonna be attacked by a moose, so I'm chilling, man.
Bro, screen. Okay, we're just gonna load this. It should be the main screen. I didn't change it, but look at that shit. That bitch is underwater.
Yeah, it's completely submerged. Like
You see that? You see that underwater? You're like, oh, I'm just.
That man got a big head. I didn't realize them had like I knew it had big horns, but damn.
I'm just gonna swim. Hey, that's not him.
I don't even know what that is. Yo, look at that thing. He's trekking that water.
That's a video game.
That thing is but still, it's still like you could tell like even with that one that was swim with his head above the water, it's treading water very well. Some animals can't tread water. They get in the water and it's like, well, GG,
bro.
Because that means it came looking for you,
bro. Look at that thing. You're underwater, and all of a sudden,
non-aquatic. No, Coco. That's definitely an aquatic creature at that point.
No, that's a water creature. That just decides to live on land. They just can't. You know what? I'm gonna exist on land and torture people.
That's like that beaver meme. Like beaver just sees water. What is this?
You know, people are like, "Oh, if it's underwater, I'll choke it out." You are not getting your arm around the neck of a moose. I don't think people understand how big meats are.
I belong to the sea. No, they're pretty big. Bro. There's cases where moose and deer, they run out into the road and they're just so heavy that the people like wreck their car entirely. Some people die hitting these things.
That's a car.
Right. And I'm saying they're also solid too. So it's not like you hit it and it goes flying. You hit it and you stop. Like that's crazy. Yeah, that's majestic.
Bro, that while you're swimming in an area that you can't breathe. You have scuba gear on. And that's like, hey, how's it going? You're looking very nice today.
Yo, y'all gonna be very upset when y'all play that new Pokemon Arceus and that man pulls up after he KOs your whole party and you gotta fight that thing. You're gonna be very upset.
Bro, explain to me how you survive that.
You don't. If it's aggressive, you're done.
I feel long like hamsters. They can die if you put it in the water.
You're gonna break that dodge roll running into that buddy.
Yeah. Bro, I don't care what you run into that thing. You could hit that thing and your car is going.
Right. The body of your
that thing is gonna be like, well, you okay, buddy?
That thing's gonna check on you for real.
That thing's gonna look at you like, you alright, bro?
You good? It's gonna leave its it's like listen, I got insurance.
I'm gonna let God fix this. It's what I think when I see that. Yo, animals are crazy, bro. What's that from Family Guy? Yo, nature.
Damn, nature,
you scary. That's it. Damn, nature, you scary.
It really is. Yo, so going back to the original topic before we went off on this beautiful tangent.
Well, it was part of traveling. We were talking about animals in Australia and stuff. Yeah, I would like. Yeah, Japan.
Where would you guys go? I don't know. Because no one said anything. Because I heard a couple people say that Thailand sounds cool. Yeah, I got me interested in Thailand now. Japan, of course, is a given. I want to go to China. China seems cool.
Yeah, I want to go see Jackie Chan. So that's what you do, right? You go to China and you meet Jackie Chan. That's what happens.
No, I just want to go to China. I want to go to China.
I can go to China and meet Jackie Chan.
What are the chances you meeting Jackie Chan?
What if me and you go to China and we go, hey, we have a pitch for Rush Hour the Next Generation. But instead of
I'm not an actor.
Chinese man and a... Neither am I. But instead of a Chinese man and a black man, it's an Italian and a black man.
Bro, that shit would flop.
I wouldn't. Why would that flop?
We're not actors.
It doesn't matter.
You gotta be an actor for it to be good.
That's not true.
Yes.
Have you seen Star Wars?
No.
No, that's true. You haven't seen it. That's a good point. Almost every time it's been no-name actors, and they become famous. Because they're just like the Force.
I mean, some of the people that are in Star Wars are good actors, you know?
That's right.
You trying to say Harrison Ford ain't a good actor?
My ass was like, Harrison Ford's not in Star Wars. Of course he is. But I was thinking the prequels. He wasn't in the prequels.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, Harrison Ford? Of course he is. He's Han Solo. I'm a dumbass.
Alright, so Supreme said he would want to visit places in Asia. Anywhere but deserts in Australia. Fair enough. Deserts. You know, I would love to go to like UAE, United Arab Emirates, or Dubai. I've heard somebody I know personally has been to Dubai, and he said it was crazy. Like
Dubai's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dubai.
They're very strict with their laws.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be really careful with their laws. If you violate any of them laws, they will arrest you on the spot. But he said, like, in terms of the way how they live, the streets, the city, it is gorgeous.
Yes.
And he said the food is great too.
Yes, Dubai definitely.
I would definitely do.
Oh no, the way people describe the UAE, I don't know if I could go. Peru. Oh, Peru, that's a
Fiji. Yo, Fiji sounds good. We never said any islands. I would love to go to like an island type place.
I said Australia.
I mean, we talk about that more as like a I'm talking about like an island, like a Hawaii, Fiji, Bermuda.
Fiji, bro, I'd love to go.
Like
Hey, if you go to Fiji, tell them I love their water.
Shut up.
They make great water.
Shut up. Coco said India or Turkey. All right, that'd be cool. You know, India. I feel like India, you appreciate a lot of the culture out there. Turkey, I don't know too much about Turkey. But it does sound like interesting. I know when I was out in Sweden, there was a lot of Turkish people, and they made kebabs. Yo, kebabs are
great.
I have this coworker, and she's always like, "Chef's kiss." Those are kebabs to me. Amazing. Yeah, Philippines sounds cool. Again, like Pro was saying, Jamaica, where you go for the summer when your parents.
South Korea would be a fun.
Yo, Jamaica would be. South Korea would be nice. But Jamaica, you know, I heard like when you're in certain spots, gorgeous. You know what I'm saying?
There's like areas that they're like, don't go there.
I mean, it's everywhere though.
What happens if you go there? We're not coming to get you.
Right, but that's everywhere. Even here in the States, we'd be like, hey, these are great touristy areas. They're expensive, but part of that expensive, you'll be safe. Nothing's gonna happen to you here, more than likely. True. Whereas you go to certain parts of Florida, yeah, you'll be able to stretch your money here, but you also get stretched if you're out too long. You know, like
yeah, you're gonna get clapped.
Yeah, get clapped by
a moose underwater.
underwater moose. Somebody should make that their mixtape. Underwater moose. Underwater meese.
I use my amazing editing skills to make that a meme.
Oh, you see, talking about you post something earlier. I'll check it out later. I sweat myself to dehydration in the desert place.
You know what? The desert, I'd be like, someone would bring me this is the desert, and I would just look and be like, fantastic, and then I turn around and go back to civilization. Fucking well, we didn't step on the sand. Nope. Nah, I don't even want. No.
Yeah. Every time I think of the desert, I have to play this. This video has a special place in my channel. Please go on YouTube right now and look up Soulja Boy Dubai Autotune. Just look that up. Every time I think of the desert, I think of this. I don't know why. And it's shame on me for like my brain being wired like this. But this, for some reason, this meme has a very special place in my channel / community. I don't know why, it just does.
Is it this first one right here?
It's the third one.
It's your boy Soulja Boy. Dubai, look at that camel behind me. Don't scratching his neck. Turn on. I got the little shoes.
Soulja Boy Dubai. That video, I don't know why, it just has a special place in my channel.
I don't.
That's gonna be us when we go to. That's gonna be us when we go to Dubai. We're gonna get the Louis shoes dirty. Goddamn.
Bro, so I went to Vegas with GameStop when I was a store manager.
Yeah.
And I stepped out. My friend that I was rooming with, he wanted to have a cigarette, so he steps outside. So when you're in Vegas, and you're inside the hotel and the airport and the buses that take you back and forward, it's fun because you're inside these hotels that have god tier level air conditioning.
Okay.
He stepped out. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have a cigarette. You wanna step outside with me?" I wasn't smoking. We were just hanging out. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go outside." I went outside for 12 seconds. The fucking heat, bro, and lack of humidity. I felt like I was in an oven. That man sitting there. I'm like, "How are you smoking out here?"
He just really wanted that cigarette that bad.
Like, this would make me quit smoking if I lived in Vegas. And I stepped outside and I was a smoker, I'd be like, and this is where I stopped smoking. Bro, I instantly started sweating, cooking, and getting a tan at the same time. I was like I felt like I had Crisco on me. Like somebody layered me with Crisco and I was fucking cooking. I was medium rare by the time I went back inside. I could not breathe. And I did that and I went back into air conditioning. I was like, I know for a fact I could never survive in the desert. I would just die.
You would just
die. I'm like, I was outside for 12 seconds, and there was air conditioning next to me, and I had to run to the air conditioning. Like, no, absolutely not.
Speaking of heat, man, Florida these past 3 weeks have been like brutal.
Bro,
I've been dying in my own car.
So I've been trying to buy stuff for my diet, and I bought these super low calorie, like mint ice cream things, and they're like this big. They're like 30 to 40 calories, right? Bro, it's like mint.
That's just a trap. But anyway.
No, they're like 30, 40 calories. You eat one. I don't.
Right. That's the trap. They're like.
I have self control. I can eat one chip out of the bag.
You do.
Yeah.
But that's
Most
the trap.
don't. Yeah. Right. So I was like, okay, these will be good once I start my diet. Maybe I'll have one every other night, to kind of whatever. I put them in my car and I get here. It looks like the thing fucking exploded. like I try to pull one out and it's attached to the rest of the ice cream. It's just a bowl of mint ice cream now. And Oreo, like the breading, it's just a thing. It's just a tray of it.
Just refreeze it.
I'll bring you. Hold on. No, I'm getting a prop. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go get the prop.
You can see what I mean. There's no saving.
Let's see it. Yeah. Yeah, it feels weird without him here. You know what I'm saying? Normally you have your other guy here. It feels weird not having him here. But yeah, it's been super hot in Florida, y'all. Oh Lord! Yeah, show that to the camera.
Yeah, bro.
And that was supposed to be ice cream?
Yeah, bro. There's no saving this.
How long was that in the car before it exploded?
Bro, the drive from Aldi's to here.
What was? Bring it closer to the camera. What? Hold on. Put it like, yeah.
It was supposed to be like, look, I can't even grab it, bro. Look.
You're gonna have to thaw it just to grab it. I was gonna say, damn, eat one.
I
He said, what happened on that drive? That boy got attacked by the sun. That shit looks so sad. It looks like it's just trying. It's, bro, let me see this shit.
You want one?
Nah. Smells kind of good though. This shit look like it's like I can still help you on your diet. I can still satisfy your cravings. Please don't throw me out. Please. I'll do better next time. That's what it looks like. that shit is doing its best, bro. Fuck, man. That's how I feel sometimes. Like, god damn.
You're like, it's so hot out. I'm like, oh, look, I got one.
I would eat one, but I'm just not feeling it right now, man.
Mint chocolate, and it's like 40 calories.
Nah. If you had regular Oreos, I'll. So, funny that you mentioned that. I bought some Oreos the other day.
Oh, what for?
Alright. I bought some Oreos the other day, and when you buy double stuffed Oreos, it comes in a sleeve. 3 sleeves. Bro, before I knew it, I had eaten a sleeve and a half of Oreos. Yo, you gotta get them things away from me, bro. I will destroy an entire pack of Oreos if I'm not thinking. I don't know what it is. Bro, Oreos they're so good, man. But yeah, with the mint chocolate, I'm not really feeling it right now. But I could go for something sweet. Maybe on the way home, I might grab something sweet. Actually, no, I can't grab anything sweet because if I go to McDonald's and ask for ice cream, they're gonna be like, "Ice cream machine broke." We got McDouble though.
But like, did you see? Like, you're like, it's so hot out. I'm like, I have the perfect prop for this.
Yeah.
Aldi's. We're close to that area. That Aldi's right there.
Oh yeah, it's close.
And guess what?
It's like 10 minutes away.
That's what I'm saying. From there to here, that's what happened. They melted, and then I opened the package and I gotta put it in the freezer. Look at the fucking.
You got bodied, bro.
Bodied.
You got bodied by the elements. Yeah, but Oreos, man.
I like mint. I like the taste of mint.
Yeah, more power to you. But my thing is like something about Oreos, bro. Like I just can't have I can't have 4 Oreos. I have to eat a sleeve. Like I'm just like.
Oh, that's a good thing to talk about. What is something that you don't have? Like I actually am very lucky that most of the time I have very good self control. If I only want. Like, people will open up a giant bag of chips and eat the whole thing. I will literally pour the chips I want. I'm like, this is what I'm eating.
Yeah, chips I can self-control, but Oreos I can't. Like,
really?
I bought those Oreos the other day, and I just couldn't. I just was like,
You know what it is for me? Any kind of potato. I'm bad about potatoes. I have to stay away from.
Yeah,
I mean, any kind.
Everyone has a thing.
Baked, fried, like the ones with the skin on it. If you boil it and put it in a beef stew, like however you make them, I will eat potato, and I won't stop. You put a bucket of fries in front of me, that whole thing is gonna go up. There's no bringing fries home. I'm not doing it. I'm eating the fucking fries. This is why I can't go to Five Guys. I can't do it.
You should be in heaven
because I will literally just eat all. People are like, "Oh, I saved the fries." I'm like, "Go fuck." I'm eating the fries. I will eat all the fries. People will be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna finish my fries." I'm like, "I'll eat them." I'll eat them. So French fries and potatoes, I'm really bad about. So I try to stay away from it. Even though you're like chips. Chips is like the only potato where I'm like it.
Because it's empty too.
Yeah.
But going back to Five Guys, I always gotta make this joke. Yeah, I went to Five Guys. I ordered a bag, and then I got a side of fries. They just be wild, and they'd be like, "You want fries?"
Bro, yeah. Oh, and
I just don't care.
Another thing I have to be careful of is red meat. I can eat red meat every meal, every day. It's not good for my stomach. Obviously, but
I can have a
But red meat, like I also have to portion. Like I'm only eating 8 ounces of sirloin. I'm only eating one burger. Or I make 2 small burgers. Like I'll buy the meat patties, but instead of making 2 meat patties, I'll make 2 smaller. And it feels like I'm eating 2 burgers, but I'm really eating one. You see what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how I cheat myself.
Yeah.
But red meat and potatoes,
So Cole was talking about any type of cookie, sweets, ice cream, most. So it looks like we all have a weakness to sweets, but like
I don't. That's the thing. I don't have a sweet.
Most normal. Okay, yeah, you don't.
I do not have a big.
But I definitely have one. Oreos are.
Ice cream and cheesecake are like the 2 biggest sweets I like. And even then, it's like even with cheesecake, like I will eat a thing of cheesecake.
I can eat a slice and I'm just like.
And I'm done. And
right.
I am done. Like I think. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, I am a big fan of ice cream. I love ice cream, but even if that's the thing with sweet stuff, people will tell me when I had somebody help me with my diet when I was like 20, and I was actually exercising and shit. They would always ask me like, okay, what sweets do you eat? I'm like, I eat like a bowl of ice cream once every 3 days. They're like, well, what? How big's a bowl? I'm like, well, not a fucking salad bowl.
Right.
I eat like it's a bowl.
Small bowl.
It's like this big,
Like a dessert bowl.
like a little dessert bowl. I just scoop a couple of things in it, and I eat it. And he looked at me. He's like, "What kind of ice cream?" I'm like, "It's usually the strawberry, coffee, or chocolate. I'm very easy." Okay, what do you add to it? Like add to it.
Yeah, some people add like
Yeah,
peanuts,
I'm like, I just eat the
whipped
ice cream.
cream. Yeah.
I just eat the ice cream, and he's like, "You can keep doing that." He's like, "That honestly, that cheat will not affect your diet. It
Right.
won't even affect you shredding or losing weight because you're eating, maybe a serving size and a half at most of ice cream every 3 days."
Properly.
Yeah, and then the same way about soda. He's like, how much, how many sodas do you?
Can't drink soda anymore.
Well, he's like, how many sodas do you drink a day? I was like, and even now, I'm like, a day? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I drink like 3 cans a week, and that's a lot for me. 3 cans a week, that's a lot. And that's usually if I ordered something at work and it came with a soda, and I don't want to throw the soda away, right? But usually I drink half a can. If I make like burgers and fries, I don't even fry my fries, I make them in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
So if I make like burgers and fries, I take half a can of Coke and I spray lemon in it, and that's what I drink with the burgers and fries.
Wait, why do you spray lemon?
Because the acidic of the lemon matches with the acidic of the Coke, and it actually helps you digest fast. But it doesn't make the drink more acidic. Kind of like when you put, seriously, well, like when you put salt in watermelon, and all of a sudden it's sweeter. It shouldn't work that way, but it does. Have you ever done that?
No, this is a weird fact about me. I don't eat fruit.
Oh, that's really bad. You need to eat. I eat a lot. I think
I eat a lot of vegetables, man.
that's why I don't have a sweet tooth. It's because I do eat fruit. Not a lot of fruit.
Fruit is nature's candy, right?
Yeah.
But I don't eat fruit.
I actually freeze blueberries, especially if I'm doing a diet. I freeze blueberries, and it's like eating candy, but it's blueberries. And blueberries are one of the best fruits you can eat.
Yeah, tons of antioxidants,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But if you ever get a chance, because it's just insane to experience. Get a piece of watermelon, a small piece of watermelon.
I just don't eat fruit, man.
But just try it for the experience. You just take one bite, because it's gonna blow your mind. You gotta take 2 bites. You take a regular bite of watermelon and go, okay, that's watermelon. You then take no, I'm not saying pour salt into this fucking thing.
Yeah,
You take a little bit of salt it, and then take a bite of that, and you're gonna be like, this should not work. Why is this better? Why is this sweeter? It should not work. That same principle works when you spray lemon on Coke. And I do it with half a can, so I don't even eat 12 ounces. I drink 6 to 7 ounces of a soda. So I really drink like 1.5 cans a week, depending on what I'm eating. And people are like, how? People are like, I drink 8 sodas a day. I'm like, well, how are you alive?
Their body just builds a tolerance to it. I had a roommate that would drink half a 2 liter like every day. It's crazy. Let me see.
Even lemon with root beer is good too. You're absolutely right. See, lemon and cola's godlike.
Yo,
Yo, Frodo Baggins. I love that name. What's up, man?
The trolls have arrived.
Hi, Mr. Nuts 69. I love your name so much.
Let me see. Even lemon with root beer. You should try that lemon with root beer. I don't drink soda much anymore. I don't like it. I used to drink it quite frequently when I was younger, but that's a weird fact about me, man. I don't.
Hold on. I gotta adjust something, guys, in the mic. I'm not gonna. Yep. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had to adjust something in the microphone.
So going back to what I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted once again.
So I do, bro. Apparently have ADHD according to you.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let's I even forgot what I was talking about. The soda thing, but I'm gonna bypass it.
Yeah,
so I have to talk about this because a few of y'all brought this up, right? So I was streaming Yakuza. I'm still on a Yakuza marathon, by the way. I'm streaming Yakuza, and two of my regular guys talking about why one of the tags ADHD, and I've noticed that, and I meant to bring it up to you. I'm like, what the fuck is the tag ADHD? Because when we use whatever we use to go live, the tags stick, right? So when I go live, if I don't remove the tag, it sticks. So I got them boys questioning me. You got ADHD, bro? I'm like, I don't have ADHD. So I had to come at this man today I'm like, do you have ADHD?
I don't have ADHD. As far as I know, I don't have.
Then why don't you use the tag?
Why not? I've been actually changing tags up a lot to see what works.
But of all the tags, bro, there's like a big ass list of tags.
I just picked one.
Why did you pick that one?
Because maybe you have ADHD.
I don't.
Okay.
Wait, you don't.
As far as I know.
So you're only going based on the cause that you might have it?
Yeah. Good enough.
This man is wild. This man is actually wild. Oh, the podcast coming up. We got peak internet here. Hey, let's go. Let's see.
We got peak internet here, yeah.
Truth is famous enough to get trolls, spam, and chat. Hey, we're getting there. It's all right, man. It's, we take everything one step at a time. That's the motto. But going back to what I was saying,
So,
bro, we gotta pick different tags, man. We gotta pick different tags.
that's fine. I change them actually.
You know what we should do? We should take dice, or we should take something that randomizes, and we should just like assign different top.
I actually try to do that. I try to actively change the tags up every week. If you go back and look through your history, you'll see there's 5 different. Usually, 3 of the 5 are different. So I've actually been doing that manually every single time through this thing.
I'm gonna keep my eye on you, bro.
Yeah. Next time we'll just do ADD. We'll forget the H.
Bro, nah, just like, so we always use good characters. I was like, that's a good one, right? We're good characters, right?
We use good characters. We use music talk. There's events.
AMA. AMA is perfect.
Yeah, we have
Where the
events
fuck
today.
does ADHD come in? Not saying anything about it, you know what I'm saying? If you have a condition, you have a condition.
He's anti-ADHD.
Man, all I'm gonna say is that's all I'm gonna just say on that. Bro, I gotta keep my eye on you. I have to keep my eye on you.
That's a little sus.
Hey, sus.
A little sus.
Nah, bro. I gotta keep
You're
you in
looking
check.
at another. You're looking at another man. That's sus.
Huh.
How dare you? You know what? I'm gonna take my glasses off so I can see you worse. Because looking at you,
Bro, I'm a good-looking guy. Let's just start with that.
I can't tell.
Well, not without your glasses.
No, I can't.
Put your glasses back on.
I actually can't. I only have astigmatism.
That looks even better.
I know.
HD, gorgeous.
ADHD.
That was a good one. I'll tell you this, right? All right. So going back to what we were talking about, tags, this and that. Oh, what I'm talking about is I'm a catch.
What are you catching? Fish?
No, just I'm a catch. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm not the tallest, but I'm not the shortest, right?
Well, you're my height, so you're definitely not the tallest.
Right. So I'm not tallest, not the shortest, right? You know what I'm saying? Partially college educated,
Mm-hmm.
Sky's the limit. No kids.
But,
Like to travel.
I always say no kids that I know
I
of.
don't have any kids, man. If I had kids, I'd take care of them. That's my thing. Like, I had a good upbringing, so I know when I have kids, or if I have kids, anything could happen. You got to be there for them, right?
Look, if I have,
I'm on that big Dominic Toretto family vibe. You know what I'm saying?
if I have kids, out there, just don't show up till you're 18. Thank you.
Yo.
Show up when you're 18. I can't help you if you show up when you're 13 and be like, I'm actually your kid. I'm like, well, I ain't known you for 13 years.
Promise, bro.
If I didn't know them, I would help him.
I'm a catch, though. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's a catch.
I'm a
guy.
catch.
He's gonna catch a bunch of fish in Canada. That's what he's gonna do.
I'm gonna catch a moose in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sitting there.
You're gonna catch him.
And I'm gonna reel that bitch out the water and going.
That's GG. That's over. That's
Yeah.
game over. You're really the thing's coming up at full speed. Fucking launching at you like a missile. You're like, ah! You're dead. That's it. Oh,
That's one thing I'm gonna tell you though. Before we end the stream, one thing I like about you, bro, like you take something so stupid and so irrelevant, and it's just relevant. I wasn't thinking about a moose or Australia, and why is it so relevant for tonight? It's just like these things were something I probably would have never even thought of the entire year. Right? For the rest of the year, I wouldn't even be thinking about Australia. I wouldn't be thinking about mooses. Now I'm gonna go to bed tonight, and I'm gonna be like, what about What if there was an Australian moose?
Too.
That's too powerful. You know how they have, bro? You know how they have the different variants of Pokemon, right? So they have like a low high, a low
Australian
line.
moose.
So can you imagine that? Like, so they have.
You want another fun fact about animals in Australia?
What?
I think it's Australia or New Zealand. I forget which one it is. But there's
I mean, that's important. You got to figure out which one it is.
no, they're pretty much the same.
It's not.
They're like the same thing. But anyway, there was a war. This is a real war that Australia lost. I'm pretty sure it's Australia.
You can't say pretty sure. You have to
And
know
it's
this stuff.
called the Emu War. And there are so many fucking emus. You know what an emu is? A bird. It's like a big ostrich.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't
So-
you- that's what I was thinking it was, but now I hear it more.
Here, I'll pull it up. Why is it-
Australian moose is dark fighting type. It's
It
not
is in
even normal.
Australia. There was an over rampant emu problem. And the military went to war. Yo, they went to war with the emus. Like straight up war. Emu versus human.
Man,
Emu versus man. Human, military, modern, and they fucking lost. They lost.
how do you lose?
These are fighting emus, and these bitches when there's more of us and just charged forward. They didn't even think of that. They were like, well, we didn't think they could just go forward. Like the emus
'Cause
understood.
they thought
This
they were
is
gonna-
war.
Like they just thought they were gonna get scared and just like it was gonna be easy.
Yeah. The emus were like, this is war. They're killing hundreds of us. Let's just go. Go.
Brain, go now.
Imagine if you're like got a machine gun, you're fighting emus,
And then you get trampled. Yeah.
You get killed by bro. What if? Now imagine that.
Yo, you saying you're maxing out the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Imagine that, bro.
The emus rushed in like Area 51.
Imagine there's emus, and in the middle of the emus, there's one moose. Imagine that.
That's the general.
Then the that man is like, charge, and they're like,
It just everyone's
like,
getting
you-
stomped.
the moose is like, we should attack from the water. The emus are like, we don't know how to do that.
Only you know how to do that.
Only you know how to do that. He's like, shit, I need more mooses.
I'll tell you this though. I want to go back on the topic how they have like the different region variant Pokemon. Australian moose, that junk will be too powerful. An Australian moose, like just imagine that thing like it's getting more powerful from defeating Australian foes. You
Yeah.
gotta remember, animals in the animal kingdom get more powerful, just like us. Experience. They win battles and they're like, "Ha! I've won this. I can beat you easily now."
Yeah, so why isn't a planet of the East? They understand how to beat our
Or the Australian military.
Yeah, look, 1932. There's like a picture of one like.
I mean, that's also the reason why. Because like in 1932, I feel like
We had world wars in 1932.
oh my god, this man is violent. Damn, bro, why you have to photograph that?
Bro, listen. We had wars in 1932. We had explosives.
But you only can use so much.
No, they you know what in my head is
But I
going
get what you're
the
saying.
the emo figured out what a grenade was and grabbed it with its beak and threw it back.
Right. You only could do so much in that situation, and you also have to remember that no matter this is a great what's the word? This is a
Let me
great
get rid of that picture.
It's a-
Keep laughing at the picture.
it's a great example of power in numbers, right?
Yeah.
Standing strong together. That's what the emos did. That's all they did. They stood strong together. They bodied their foes.
Bro, imagine being a nation that's known for losing to a bird. Now keep in mind,
Somebody's gotta lose eventually.
Look, birds are the descendant. This is why I don't fuck with birds. Birds are the descendants of dinosaurs. So
Hold on. Let me see. The Australian moose knows both dive and close combat. Let's visit this topic a little before we dip out. The Australian moose. He said no. He said nah. That moose is still a normal type. I like dark and fighting better. That sounds funnier. There has to be a moose Pokemon. There are. Moose Moose got horn attack on deck. Mega horn. I can't remember from like Stanley. That's a deer. Now that's a bunch of deer. Look at Stanley.
Here's the problem with
It's more like a moose.
Here's the problem with an Australian moose. It's gonna be poisonous because everything in.
Nah, man, it's not gonna be poison.
Yeah,
type.
it's gonna
It's gonna have poison.
Not that it's gonna have a
It's gonna
poison
have a-
type. It's
it's
just
gonna-
gonna be poisonous. It's gonna bite you.
No, that means it would be a poison type.
It's gonna be like a snake, a giant.
See, think about Australia like this.
What if everything?
You're hanging out in Australia, and all of a sudden you get bitten by an Ekans, and then you're just like, you just look at your leg and you're just like,
Did you ever know that Ekans?
you're poisoned.
Did you ever know that Ekans and Arbok are just like overback?
Yeah. But think about that. Ekans, you're in the grass.
Yeah. So imagine
just boom.
Imagine
Bit on the leg.
you're underwater.
You know you're poisoned.
So imagine you're underwater and you see a moose and it bites your leg, and now you're poisoned and gonna die.
And it drags you up.
You're poisoned by this guy. That bitch is like swinging you like this. You already poisoned me.
Poison, yo, that's just poison steel type.
Bro, don't fuck with moose. That's how we. That's the name of this one.
You can unironically turn Australian wildlife into unbelievable Pokemon. I believe that.
Podcast episode 10. Don't fuck with moose.
Moose. Just moose.
Meese.
Nah, just put moose. They're not gonna understand the power of meese. Not yet.
Meese.
I would never willingly visit a Pokemon world. I mean, if you had Pokemon, I feel like you'd be alright. But if you don't, you're in a
Bro,
lot of trouble.
I've heard people say like, oh, if I could be in an anime world, bro, I would be in DBZ. Fuck off.
Right. Like I hate when people have these wild fantasies.
Put me in one of those slice of life.
Right, something normal.
Like I go to school,
right.
I go home.
I'm having fun.
Unless I get powers.
And my thing is, okay, so here's my thing, right? Wholehearted, right? So let's say you're in a Dragon Ball Z world, right? Everyone's like, I want to be Krillin, I want to be Tien, I want to be Goku, right? Chances are, if we're in a Dragon Ball Z world, you are going to be an NPC. You're going to hate your life.
You're going to be the farmer that met Raditz that's holding a shotgun.
Right, and you're gonna get iced. Like you're gonna hate your life because Goku's gonna be training behind your house, and it's gonna be 4:00 in the morning. All you hear is boom, 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 and then like your windows are gonna shake. And
what are you gonna do? Go knock on Goku's door? Be like, yo, could you chill out? I gotta work tomorrow. Goku's gonna be like,
neck.
Yo, I gotta work tomorrow. I'm the best worker there. Oh, you're the strongest there?
Yeah. Right. People be like, yeah, I want to be in that world. Bro, you'll be an NPC. Stop playing.
Now, if I got powers while going in a world, maybe I would pick one of those crazy worlds.
Right, but then that's like another hypothetical.
And then people are like, oh yeah, I would totally be. Like people are like, I'll go to One Piece. I'm like, don't fucking put my ass in One Piece. Right. That planet's 98% water.
That sounds terrible.
and there's devil fruit. It's like I can get this thing and get a power. Then I eat this thing. Now I can't swim. And then 98% water.
So I gotta be a pirate.
And then you get something stupid like the giraffe fruit, where I just transform into a giraffe. The fuck am I gonna do as a giraffe who can't swim? Water.
Somehow we always return in One Piece on this place. People swear they live in Dragon Ball world. If you go, they're that guy that gets eaten by Boo, right? You just get turned to candy axed entirely. You get blown up during a fight for nothing. Cell would eat you and then you get wished back, right? That's a terrible existence. And then Goku steals your job because he wants to be the strongest worker. You get unemployed.
You get dead and unemployed.
Unemployed death.
Yeah, people are crazy when they say that. I want to be in an.
Right, better put some conditionals on that. I want to be hero of an anime. I have powers.
Yeah, give me some power.
Motherfuckers want to be like, I want to be in the world.
Because then I know I can train and become like Krillin strong.
Right.
Right? Because Krillin's a human, so he's like the strongest human type.
Right.
So it's like I could train and get to that level. But don't put me, I want to be in the DBZ world, and I'm going to live into the house that's going to get destroyed.
Right. By an accident.
I spent 40 years building this house. Goku throws Vegeta at it.
Not even. Can you imagine? So, like, when they're displaying their strength in Dragon Ball, they deflect a lot of, like, beam attacks and keep like. Can you imagine?
You're just having dinner with your family.
And you get vaporized.
And one of those things takes your kid out of.
No, it takes all of you out. You get vaporized, and all it was Goku or Raditz going like this.
Yeah,
just deflecting. You get killed by accident. That's terrible. That is a terrible way to go. Only on the anime, not to worry about. Yeah, I think we should end it on that, man. The Australian moose.
Australian.
That was a good one.
Well, guys, that was a lot of fun.
There's a lot of
Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you.
a lot of interesting stuff going on.
Shout out
tonight.
to the new follows.
Yeah, shout out to everyone that stopped by. Shout out to regulars. Doing something different tonight because I don't have to wake up early tomorrow. I'm gonna be streaming that late night stream tonight. So
There you go, guys.
You guys aren't working tomorrow or you like dragon.
Or I can set my camera up and we keep. You guys wanna watch? I don't. I get instant fan.
Right. Stop playing.
So, guys, as always, thank you for stopping by.
Goku versus. Not only if it's
But
in Australia,
Goku-
only if
no.
it's in Australia.
No, Goku versus Moose. Goku wins. Goku versus Moose underwater.
Or Australian moose.
Or Australian emu. Goku versus the emu.
His body.
Goku's a destroyer of worlds, yes, but has he fought 13,000 emu?
They got overrun.
It's over. Emu wins.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, and as always, please remember.
Oh, I have to say it. Always remember, turn your passion
Into fashion.
Right.
Good night, everybody.